What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm down at the Cleveland RV show and I'm going to tour one of the most popular RVs in the entire industry. This is the 2025 Salem 31KQBTS. And if you're not familiar with this floor plan, it is one that you are going to want to familiarize yourself if you are somebody that has a family or just needs a lot of extra space for sleeping. Now, this one in particular, like I said, is one of the most popular floor plans in the entire RV industry. I believe it is actually the #1 selling bunk model for a travel trailer out there because it has big slides in the back, so a ton of room for the kids, a slide out in the living room, but you're also going to get a big outdoor kitchen. Now, hit that like and subscribe button for daily RV content. Now, if you want to see the specifications, they will be down in the description, but you can kind of maybe screenshot that. I mean, 8,573 pounds, 36 feet, 7 inches. It is not exactly a small travel trailer, but you get a ton. And if you guys have been living under a rock or if you're new to shopping, Salem is the king of innovation. They have gone through a massive overhaul. Their decor is absolutely amazing. I mean, look at that kind of crescent accent lighting right there. Accent lighting above the slides. You got the strip lighting, the bamboo roller shades that are going to be the day and night shades so you can get your Dracula on, keep some nosy eyes out. You also have the creator of, the Versa system. So basically you can take the headpiece on this and flip it around to make more of a suitable L couch with storage underneath, and this will drop down to make a bed for additional sleeping. But so that way, maybe now you can turn it into more of like what I would consider movie mode. The mirrored reflective finish for the fireplace, the tempered glass top. I even like this backdrop right here, place to hang up the TV. You're also prepped for the Wi-Fi, and then you got your appropriate plugins there with your outlets. And then you also have that open-ended shelving too, which is nice. I mean, just pretty darn cool. They're just thoughtful, I mean, if you're camping into what this is, it's a more, entry level camper. So they're going to be a little bit less expensive. They did a great job on keeping price low and value absolutely through the roof. I mean, like the sitting arrangement right here, this is, it's a dinette. It's a desk. It's, whatever you want it to be. I mean, it could be a mini office right there. So, I mean, you could slide this, as you can see right there. You can slide over here, now get work on the road. Maybe you're doing a little homeschooling or on a longer trip. Well, the kids can sit down and do homework there, but you can also have dinner. So very, very cool. I'm going to get back to the kitchen here in just a second, but I want you guys to see the bowling gun, and more importantly, the bunk room is incredible. But before you get there, I mean, you got to have a place to shower. I'm 6 feet tall, 300 pounds. So the shower is on what I would consider maybe the smaller sides this way. However, they U out the top for that. So that way, you can kind of get in and out just a little bit easier, which is nice. It's also going to be about 6'4" for the height. Now you come out here, they're using the tankless on-demand hot water system. So the control for that will be located right there next to that outlet. But I mean, look at even the mirror, just having that slight tint right there, the slight, I mean, it just makes like just a really cool appearance. The wallpaper looks really nice. You also got a little bit of room there for the countertop. You're using the hard wrap plastic as opposed to the, I can't remember what they call it, but where it can peel off right there, where it's kind of like glued on the side. So it's going to be a more hard wrap plastic, heat adhered. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. You also have access to your plumbing and a little bit more storage underneath. The only downside that I would say to this camper is going to be the fact that it's a plastic throne there. I'd like to see porcelain, but it kind of is what it is. Trying to save a little bit of money, and that's the kind of stuff you're going to get. So right there, opens up, bada bing, bada boom. By the way, if you want to change out the toilet, it's easy enough to do. Couple screws and you're good to go. And then a lot of outlets, but this is something that I love. One, you got control for the slides right here. We have 4 kids at home, okay? And we're constantly, doing stuff. And I'd imagine, if we had a little bit more time to actually do camping because of all like the wrestling and the baseball and the, lifting classes for football, I mean, the room for the kids is freaking incredible. So what you're going to get is an investment in your sanity. If it's kind of that rainy daytime, you have a sofa that pulls out to make like a queen or a king size bed. I can't quite remember, but either way, a great place to sleep if the kids want to have buddies over, or if you want to, double up on the floor because you have 5 kids. The bunk flips up against the wall and latches in right there as well. Plus you have a window that converts over to an emergency exit. So this is also the Versa sleeper. So this will actually pull out on either side, which I don't think that has that. So not sure what that is, but maybe that is an option. So again, that will be down in the description for more information on that. And then you flip it over here, and again, kind of the same setup, but you have storage there up underneath. So you can drop down the bunk, have another bunk. And then right here, I mean, talk about, you know, kind of movie central. You got plenty of storage, both left and right. You got a place for the TV with the appropriate plugins. All of the boxers and socks and knickknacks and patty wax, my daughter's, you know, Bluey stuffed animals and all that, plus everything that you got to hang up. If you're doing a little fall camping, I mean, hello hoodies, perfect place for that. But just a very cool, very versatile setup. You also have really nice head height in here. So again, 6 feet tall. I mean, what do you think that is? Probably 6'5", 6'6", something like that. So you taller folks would probably be okay in the Salem 31KQBTS. Pretty darn nice. I mean, maybe drop a comment, let me know what you think. Now we're heading back out in the living room. And just a reminder again, I mean, look how nice this looks. Go out and compare this against most of the RVs in the industry, and you're going to find that this is a much better looking product. And the team is very cool. They're always grinding away. It's really nice. I like all of them. The Furrion right here, 10.7 cubic foot, 12 volt refrigerator. So it'll run off of, you know, solar, battery, you know, all that good stuff. And then the microwave, just a classic microwave, a little bit on the smaller side, perfect for, you know, an old baked potato, or, you know, maybe like a, you know, like a popcorn or something like that. But you also have this little metal hood that goes over there. And again, just for aesthetics, you know, just to make things look a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner, a little bit more high end. The 3-top burner with an oven big enough for maybe like some cookies or like a little DiGiorno pizza, something of that nature. You're also going to get a power tower right there. So that way, let's see here. Is that pulling up all the way? Yeah, nice. Okay, so you got 2 outlets right there. A big old campsite window, spice rack, more storage. And I don't know what the name of the cabinets that they're using, but it's not that press board that you typically find. It is going to be kind of more, it almost feels kind of like a, like a plastic, like resiny type thing, but it looks like wood. I mean, so it's pretty darn cool. It's really, you can tell it's sturdy and not going to get damaged by water, you know, which is the main part. If your kids are dinglings and spill something, you know, down the sides like they always will, you know, pretty darn nice to have something like that. You're going to have 3 pull-out drawers right there as well. Plus you have the plastic sink with the high-rise faucet, whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from all angles. You got a little drying doodad right there, and then access to your plumbing here up underneath. Gives you another little look at the TV fireplace area. That thing's got 4,833 BTUs of heat. So, I mean, on a day that's 40 degrees or so, it's going to be really nice. Another thing I really like about the Salem is, you know, if you got some shorter legs partner, or maybe if you got a toddler that likes to come up in bed with you like I do, or a dog, I love the fact that you have the steps to help you get in and out a little bit easier. Plus, they were the first company to come up with the VersaTilt, which if you're not familiar with it, the control for that is going to be right here. And since we're at a show, I don't want to mess with any of their sheets or anything because it looks pretty good. But basically, you click up and down, and this is in day mode, and then you can lower it, and it closes the gap against the wall to create nighttime mode. But it gives you the kind of space so you're not doing the one-legged hop, you know, when you're getting dressed. A couple different bins under there for, you know, obvious, for the storage. Hanging clothes. Little laundry hamper right there. You got room back beneath with outlets. So if you need to do like CPAPs or anything, both sides are able to do that. And then you have your TV backer located right here with the appropriate plugins. Little window that opens up. That one right there is going to be an emergency exit. But let me know what you guys think. Now I'm going to head around the outside, kind of show you what she's about. Probably finish this thing up in about 3 or so minutes. But before we do that, you got your control panel right up here. So you have your slide out, your awning. You do have a dimmer, so that way you can set the mood. Don't worry about the flickering. That is showing up on the camera because I'm shooting in the 60 frames a second, so it's picking up that. But then you also have your accent lights, all your different controls for, you know, your all your different tank levels. And then JBL speakers. They go with a high-end speaker system because they know everyone likes music and everyone wants to have a little bit of a better experience with that, which you'll see one there, one here, and then up on the outside. Now on the outside, things I think continue to get better. So they're going with kind of like that new age metal. What's nice about this metal is it is going to be a hair thicker, so it's going to be a little bit more durable, but it's also easier to clean in the fact that it's a little bit smoother than your classic like corrugated, like, you know, like a hideout, for instance. Notice how it's a little bit more ripply there. So this will be a little bit easier for kind of like long-term maintenance on that. You're also going to have a rock guard here up front, along with a power stabilizing jack. And then you also get your dual 20-pound propane tanks. You're also going to see that you have your battery disconnect right up there as well, which is nice. Manual stabilizers on this, I do believe that there is an option if you would like to where you could go with the electric stabilizers, but I would say most people get it with the manual because they are very easy to use, but they're also a little bit sturdier if you're not aware. Big time pass-through storage, which is nice. That's going to be the mechanics for that VersaTilt right there. But they even do things like the dry erase surface. So I mean, you can do like a camping setup and breakdown list or grocery list, you know, things of that nature will be right there. And then I mean, look at these accent lighting going across on the sides. Just very cool, very different. The awning is going to be black, and again, the soft glow lighting coming through there. With the extra large grab handle, you do have the steps that flip up into the doorway, along with a screen door right here, which just about every brand has. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but the tankless on-demand hot water heater, so that's kind of like the new Rage. They got that. That's going to be the back end for it. You also see that you have your fresh water drain right over here and your fresh water connection, but you got the enclosed underbelly there as well with the dual axles. You got the tires shining up like justice here for the RV show. Your two exterior JBL speakers along with your cable hookups, and then a Y bracket there for your TV. Now we're coming along. This is going to be your outside kitchen, which if you guys are familiar with the RV industry, this is a much, much larger, kind of more luxurious outdoor kitchen for anything that is going to be similar priced. And if you would like, you have a place where you can put in another TV. So you got your top bunk, you know, right above it. That's why you kind of had that like trundle fold up. That's what allows you to have that extra room. So you can see like an example here, you got a little bit of storage totes. You got some places maybe for, you know, some utensils or things that you're not going to get out all the time. Maybe like for me, I'd probably like put my grilling stuff in there. I'd probably make a custom rack for spices. But then right here, look at that. The apple juice roller. So that way you're just grabbing, drinking, grabbing, drinking, grabbing, drinking. You're good to go. 60 rack. Fit right in there. Plumbed in sink. No problemo. So it's not going to be one of those dumps, hot and cold water. So that's pretty cool. And then you got your outlets and cable hookups there too as well. Now on the back, I do believe that is an option as well. It's going to be your swing arm grill. So that way you can do, you know, a little bit of grilling, obviously. You have the Lippert on-the-go ladder prep, so that way you can get on top of your roof, you know, check your seals, check your slides. I recommend getting up there at least every, I would say at least every 3 months. And then you are prepped for the rear camera backup system. So that's going to be the Furrion S Vision, so that way you can see what's going on behind you with some distance markers. The nice thing about that system is that you can, you have a one-way mic. So, you know, one of you can yell at the other one while the other one just has to listen. So it's a good way of kind of mitigating those arguments there for you. Now over here onto the other side, we'll see what we can get into. They got the barrier set up, but just on the other side of that slide in between is going to be, you know, where you power up the unit, but also where your dump valves are for the, you know, for the sewer. This is going to be the specs, but again, that'll be down in the description as well. 11,145 pounds dry, or I'm sorry, overall GVWR, 9,394 dry. Disconnect there, which I already mentioned. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, my name is Hunter. This is the 2025 Salem 31KQBTS. Have a great day. See you. Meow, 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 meow.